What's up, Lucy? First one here. Should I put this on the scooter somewhere? Probably not, huh? All right, so got some things done for the scooter. Gizmo was kind of helping a little bit. Let me pull up my screen. Forgot to pull that up. Time to finally make the seat, guys. I'm doing good. Lucy, thanks for asking. Where is Moses at? When this whole scooter saga started, Moses was like, make a seat. Or no, I think Moses said, he said, make some handlebars. I said, I gotta make a seat first. Get these drying off. And smell like vinegar and sea salt. It's my favorite kind of chip. Tom and Gizmo were kind of helping out today. I was doing most of the heavy lifting. Got some of this that I'm going to cut out. But I got to glue more layers onto it. All right. Let me get this garage door closed up, and I'll show you guys what I've been stewing on. I did end up ordering the correct throttle cable. So that is going to be coming in tomorrow. It's funny, I looked at the description for the throttle cable that I got, and it did not have a measurement for the cable stick out. So, what's up, Gabe Kronk? How you doing, Gabe? Got quite a few things knocked out. And ready to go. just the scooter part sitting there blocking the garage door. Okay, let me show you guys what I got done. Get this ad real quick. What's up, YouTube 7 and Gabe Kronks? How you guys doing? Let me show you some of the stuff that I got done on the scooter. Let me get this music going real quick. Is everything good with audio, guys? As I said previously, or in the thumbnail, if you saw it, my Aunt Cindy actually came by earlier. What's up, guys? Cindy. She stopped by, and she's helping me out with just designing the seat. So, got some cool ideas, and I actually bought some different fabric. So I'll show you guys what I got in just a second here. First, let me show you the bolts, the hardware. This is the hardware from yesterday. You can see it's nice and weathered now. It doesn't look shiny whatsoever. So that'll look good with the mirrors. And the mirrors are pretty much ready to install. So let me go ahead and grab that stuff while I'm here. Also, in case I don't think I let you guys know, I did, while I was on the hiatus, I did, where'd the other piece go? Did it fall on the ground outside? I did fix the Kickstarter. Ended up fixing the Kickstarter. It was kind of jacked up. There was like a little bushing in there that was busted. I think that was the issue. I actually have to sand down this part real quick. This little part for the mirror. But yeah. Thank you, Lucy, for letting me know about the audio. Aunt Cindy looks oddly like the Joker. Yeah, YouTube 7. It's a new thing that she was trying. It's something to do with like sculpting or something. Not 100% positive, but it's some sort of I don't know, some sort of makeup tutorial thing that she saw on Instagram. No idea. But yeah, let me just taking this little shiny piece for the mirror and just kind of scuffing it up a little bit. I'll just make it look a little bit damaged and stuff. I don't need to go through all this whole process with this. Just take some of the zinc coating or whatever off of it. But yeah, I got some new material for the seat. So that's gonna look cool. I have a pretty cool idea on what it's gonna look like. I'll show you guys what these look like before and after, since I have a brand new one versus the one that I just kind of scuffed up. So I'm not gonna do too much to this. I'm just gonna kind of scrape it up. But yeah, I have this new fabric that I think is gonna look really cool. I'll actually need to probably get it dirty and get some dirt outside and roll it around in the dirt. Show you guys. I'm also going to do some gluing on the seat. Glue up the foam, trim it up. Should be fairly simple as far as like the seat. So all right. Okay. Let me show you guys what else I got at the swap meet today. A couple other cool things. Just double check and make sure this is the correct way. I think it is. Yeah, looks like it. So here's the mirror that has been kind of jacked up, spray painted a little bit. Definitely doesn't look new at all. I'm gonna put this on here just temporarily. Right, this goes on the front, I guess. Okay, so that would make this like this. Like that. Huh. There we go. Perfect. Nice. This part looks like it fits right in on the scooter. Let me get the what's that? Ratchet. It's over there. This is the part where the part becomes very realistic and falls and gets cracked or something. So it has very realistic, as real as it gets patina. There we go. Now this shape in particular seems a little weird to me. I might bend this down a little bit. Not really sure yet, but looks pretty close to being what it should be. Right there, just like that. I'm gonna leave the other one off for now because otherwise it'll be hitting into the Ultima right here. So I also made some turn signal brackets that I'm gonna weld on to the frame, so that rear turn signals will be all good to go. I'm gonna push the scooter up a little bit more. It's gonna be weird not having the scooter here anymore once I'm done with it. All right, you guys want to inhale some glue? Let me show you the fabric first, and also the stuff that I got from the swap. What's up, Fletch? How you doing, buddy? I'm glad you're back too. As long as you didn't get a hiatus hernia, I did not, fortunately. What's up, John? Yes, going to Born Free this year, John. Do a money spread, little bro, 1,000 at least. All right, Carrie. Money spread for Carrie. This is for my girl Courtney, because she just freaking got herself a nice little deal at the swap meet. Check it out, guys. Big Mouth Billy Bass, $1. Nice. Not too bad for $1. This thing swam right into my pocket. I said, how much is it? And the guy said, I don't know. You ask him. He said, how about $1? I was like, heck yeah, dude. Yeah, I got that for $1. Also, I saw this and I was like, hold up. I saw this little logo. I was like, I know that logo. I was like, these are some Oakleys. It just doesn't look like it. And it's hard to see, but inside there it says M frame. And I got these for $3. These are $80 Oakleys. I actually looked around and found the lenses for them but they are slightly damaged. But I think you get the replacement lenses for like $10 maybe. So yeah, essentially got another pair of Oakleys for like a couple of dollars. It's my usual spendage for Oakleys. Got this little spinal model for $6. Has a herniated disc. That's what's wrong with my back. Got that for $6. So that's pretty sick. Maybe I will attach it to one of the cast members or something. I don't know. Put it over here just in case. Also got this pretty interesting book, The Art of the Puppet. It's all about puppets and different ways that they made it, stuff like that. Pretty interesting book. I know it's hard to see with the glare, but whatever. Got that for, I think, $5. Picked up this brake light. This is what it would look like if the freaking LEDs were working. T1000 riding up, ready to freaking take you out Skynet style. Let me skip this ad.
But it can give you.
Yeah, I think I paid $10 for this. Not bad. Fix this thing. And yeah, I'll use this on a, I don't know, motorcycle at some point. This will go into the motorcycle parts area. And then I also got this. This is a crimping tool. This is like an old school one, I think. 1997. But I needed this tool anyways. I got it for $2. So that was a deal. Also the other day, I got these rivet guns. I got all of them for $2 for all three of them. And I needed one of them, and the guy was like, I think one of them works, or two of them work good, and one of them kind of works. So I'll be using that on the scooter for the seat. Tony says Skynet has already activated. I agree, Tony. They're actually the ones that are responsible for my algorithm being the way it is. Yeah, exactly. Putting a mirror on the doohickey, says Carrie. I like that, Carrie. What kind of horror movie did I just come into? GMK of Hard. It was a really good one. This house can be featured in the next episode of Hoarders. Exactly. I am on the next episode. Guys, it comes out May 17th, if you want to check it out on Real TV. Crimpin' 8 Easy says YouTube 7. What's up, Chelsea? How you doing? 420 John Patrick. How you doing, John Patrick? Tony Alston says Hoarder incoming. All right, Tony. I don't know if the cast and crew would appreciate those words, Tony, but it's time we bury the little Easter egg. What do you guys think? Let's huff a little glue, Fang's Garage style, and make a seat. This is the seat pan, if you guys remember. And I'll have to do something about those because that's for the bolt holes. But I went ahead and cut out some yoga mat for this and glued it on. So I'm going to take that yoga mat right there and glue it onto here and layer it up. And then I'm going to trim it down and yeah, make the little seat for it. So I'm going to start off by getting some glue on here. Actually, let me get the yoga mat. I'll draw it out, cut it out. Let me see if I can get you guys at a maybe higher angle. This is kind of a sucky spot. Let me try this. What's up, Stars Elite? Cable Dog. What's up, Cable Dog? Let's see if I can It's a little too narrow for that, so hopefully this is going to be enough. Let me see. Maybe I'd be better off doing it this way. Probably. Yeah. All right. Let me learn from my mistakes and use a razor blade and cut this out real quick. Let me get a new razor blade. I should have probably thought about that before I did it the first time, but whatever. I'm learning. Probably doesn't help that this glue is fairly strong, and I wasn't wearing the proper PPE, or maybe I was wearing the exact right amount of PPE for being creative. Who knows? Okay, I'll set that aside for a little scrap piece. Got my razor blade here. I use the scissors. I'll just do this up here so you guys can clearly see it. There we go. I'm gonna just lay it out like this. I don't really want, I might actually do like 2 layers of this, like this, and then I don't really want to have a whole ton of foam right here. I want to keep it kind of thin right here, so it's kind of like a backrest. Otherwise, if I continue building it out, it'll just be kind of like a little hump. But I'll just play it by ear and see how it goes. I'm gonna see if this is long enough. Find out right now. Try and cut it right here. Cross back over into the upholstery section of Fang's garage, right where the Santa costume left off. I'll be stealing my daughter's sewing machine at some point and commandeering it and being like, this is for the project, so it is needed. Yeah, this looks like it's not even long enough. Well, I guess I could. Alright, I'll have to figure it out on the front. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just have to wrap one big piece over the whole thing. Alright, I have to choose which side I'm gonna intentionally let get a little bit messed up, and I guess I will choose the back side. This part right here, not a big deal. Okay, let's get some glue on it. Make sure if you're doing this at home, you do this on an unstable surface. That's the name of the game. Keep it extra challenging. I know there's a lot of you guys following along with your scooter, and you're about to cover up your logo that is underneath the foam. I don't know, I probably should do this on the floor, but I'll glue this part down, then I'll move down the ground. Gotta wait for it to get a little bit tacky, just like me. know how. There, yeah, it is a little bit tacky now. All right. Leave it like that, and then we move it down the ground. That way, at least if any overspray gets on it, it'll just be left on the floor and not on the scooter. Okay. Move this a little bit so you guys can see. All right, I'm gonna spray a little bit more glue. Stuff really is like a spider web. I can't imagine how it's gluing my lungs closed right now. That's why I'm guessing it's harder to breathe, or maybe it's just the magnificence of the scooter is taking my breath away. One of the two. I can't tell. Either one I'm okay with. Lizard King. Oh, how you doing, Lizard King? What's up, Lizard King? It is somewhat organized. What's up, Stars Elites? I have the same dang yoga mat from Five Below, but it's purple. At Chelsea, that's where I got it. I got it at Five Below, but it was $7. Don't throw out that smaller piece. Gizmo can do his yoga on it. YouTube 7. I like that idea. I'm going to keep that. In case he wants to do the downward facing Mogwai. It's a new pose. What's up, Dubsack? How you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't been on here in a while. What's up, Steven? Goose. 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 It's tacky, Goose. It's tacky, Steven. It's time to press it on here. Press it in. Press it in. Okay. Starting to feel the effects of the foam. It must be the effects of the yoga mat. I'm guessing it's the effects of being near the yoga mat that is making me feel so creative, so relaxed, so at ease. It's actually changed the pitch of my voice to be a little bit deeper. And yeah, I mean, it definitely is helping me get things done. Second layer is already glued on, guys. I mean, talking about getting things done. What should I write on this one? Whose name should I write on the seat, guys? I'll write your guys' names on here. Comment your name if you want me to write on here. Milwaukee or DeWalt? How about Milwaukee? Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Garoni. Mr. and Mrs. Garoni. We love you too, Mr. and Mrs. Garoni. If that's how I am saying it, if I'm saying it correct. I actually let my Duolingo subscription expire, so I'm not the best with other languages. Sorry, guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna write some of your guys' names. Some of you guys that are watching right now, I'm gonna write your names inside of the seat. That seems like a fun little thing, huh? You guys will live on inside of this scooter seat. Dubsack would be proud. Getting ready for a heart surgery, bro. My teeth are pulled now. Been in a lot of pain lately. Dubsack. Dude, I hope you get better soon, man. That heart surgery, I'm sure it's going to go by faster than you think. And they're going to be like, dude, you're good to go. They're going to be like, stop doing so many push-ups though, dude, because you're getting too jacked. They're going to say, you got to stop, dude. Your deltoids are looking freaking shredded and we had to stop him. That's completely understandable. Gizmo's going to get high on that glue. I'm Reed Henderson says, I feel so alone You're not so alone, Reed Henderson. I'm Reed Henderson. It's written in reverse, but I can assure you it says I'm Reed Henderson. You're not so Henderson, you're here with us. And you're here with YouTube 7. You're here with YouTube 7. Again, it is written backwards. But I can assure you, it does say YouTube 7. And it also does say Dubsack 420. Dubsack 420. We love you, buddy. That's you right there with your open heart surgery after it's all done with a little smiley face on your heart. Lucy Soraya. Again, Lucy, I can assure you that it does say that Lucy Soraya 278 right there underneath Dubsack's heart. Helping him out all the way. Southern Girl. $10.88. You're in there too. Okay. You're right there. And you are actually right here laughing. Okay. You have a little laughing emoticon because you're cracking up as I was doing this. It is going to go good. Put me and Courtney. Says Chelsea. Chelsea. It's a little bit harder to write on than I thought. Oh man, I almost couldn't fit your whole name on there, Chelsea, but it does say Chelsea Voiles 3653. I wrote the whole thing. Stars. I got stars in the roof of my car. Stars Elites. 7. I'll put a star on there too. I got a little Nintendo star on there at the end of your name, Stars. Hugh Janus. Hugh. I'm glad that you joined us, Hugh. Hugh Janus. Gotcha on there. Gotcha on there, Hugh. With a little winky face. I know you're a big fan, Hugh. I'm gonna get a soup. I'm gonna get a soup. I'm gonna get a soup. Then I'm gonna write tacos. I'm gonna get a soup. I'm gonna get a soup. I'm gonna get a soup. Then I'm gonna draw tacos. All right, guys. As per tradition, Reed Henderson is gonna go get himself some soup. Here's the cup of soup. It's got steamy stuff coming off of it. And this is, of course, a taco. And those are going to be living on into the memory of the scooter seat. And every time I undress, he sits his butt down on here. He's going to think of you guys. And he's going to be like, why do I think of like 10 people? And I don't know their names. And why do I want tacos? And why does my butt feel so big? And who's Hugh Janus? All right, guys, I'm gonna use a razor blade and just shade this down a little bit. Not all the way, but part of the way. Some of it's gonna get removed. Hopefully not any of my beard. See it probably easier from the bottom. Speaking of Hugh Janus, again, guys, this is a person, their name is Hugh. Oh gosh. Smells like Hugh in here, all right. Got one side trimmed out. Put this on here. Speaking of beard hair, there's actually some of my hair that's accidentally getting glued into the yoga mat. It's okay. It's all part of the artistic process, guys. And at the end of this, I am going to wrap a layer over the whole thing. So kind of cover up a lot of the little defects that are here from the foam and all of its little ridges and whatnot. I do have an electric turkey carving knife that is actually perfect for using or for doing this, but I'm not sure where it's at. I'll have to find it. What do you guys think? The second layer is complete. As you can see, the foam is starting to build up. I just keep pressing it on here. It's not going to go right into that crack, but that's okay. It's on there. I did not put Courtney on there, but I will. On this next one, let me move the cam. Put you guys in a new spot. Get a little more glue into my lungs. Bear with me, guys. Let me fix this camera real quick. Gonna take a little adjustment. Okay. Let me read through some of your comments. You're welcome, YouTube 7. Anything for you guys. Love you too, Dubstack. Hope you guys are. I hope you're gonna have a good surgery, dude. And it's gonna be nothing. I bet you with today's technology, they're gonna go in there and be like, they're gonna be like, hey AI, Alexa, go ahead and freaking do open heart surgery on Dubstack real quick. And Alexa's gonna be like, I already did. I implanted these freaking upgrades into his dids to make him extremely jacked. What's up, Matt Villanueva? How are you doing, Matt? Matt Villanueva's here, guys. Glue is like hair, but don't do Gangnam Style when you are half stupid. Because when you start Jeremy the Frog, my pet's friend Lobster eats a rock. Root Beer Joe. Pizza Roll Mango. I was actually asking my friend about Root Beer Joe. I said, what is going on with Root Beer Joe? I haven't actually talked to him in a long time. Last time I talked to him, he was living in a trailer up in the hillside. And I said, what's going on with Joe? And he said, I don't know, dude. His power's been out. And he hasn't been able to freaking afford to do almost anything now. He's been walking to work. And I said, dude, we need to freaking get Jeremy the Frog up there and freaking glue my hair up to the Gangnam Style. Because when I scare Jeremy, then my friend's pet Lobster freaking gets out of control. What's up, Donovan Heidinger? The Dolphins said it's fire. I'm glad that they like it, Donovan. I was actually really concerned if they were going to think it was good or not. And I was like, what the heck am I going to do if the Dolphins don't freaking think this thing is good, man? This is stressing me out. I actually might need this little scrap piece now. But thank you, Donovan, for letting me know. Matt Villanueva. He said, yo. What's up, Matt? When I started my Matt Villanueva, it started right up. First kick. I said, wow, this thing starts right up. Cold start, too.
It's been amazing.
It really emphasizes the power of the tacos. Okay. I didn't know that. I'm going to draw a portrait of Courtney on this next one. With a dolphin, maybe? Or a taco eating a dolphin, maybe? do something like that. Big Trouble in Little China was a great movie, says MJ 1976. You know what? I don't know if I've seen that movie. Big Trouble in Little China. I'm gonna have to watch that. For some reason, I was thinking Escape from New York. That was stuck in my mind. But for some reason, I'm always trying to escape, whether it be myself or my own issues. I'm gonna commemorate this thing and seal it into stone, guys. I'm gonna glue this next section onto here, this little bottom piece. Just like this. I know it's in the chat, but you guys can kind of see it. Big Trouble in Little China was a great movie. What's up, William? How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I've been hiding with Gizmo, eating chicken bones. We've been excreting chicken livers. It's a new business. It's called Chicken Liver Juice. We basically take V8 and mix it with chicken liver juice. We blend it up. Got the Loctite spray adhesive. Let's spray it in here, guys. Yeah, just mix the two together and freaking heat it up. Grind up a little bit of meatballs. Put that in there. And just a little bit of fermented cabbage. We're good to go. The deal for real, says Fang, is getting fancy again. I got my pinky out. The deal for real. My pinky is all the way out as I spray the spray adhesive. And my nose hairs are pointing out too, like my pinkies. The pinkies of my nose hairs are pointing out to inhale all the fumes. Would you like a fish sandwich? Yes, please. 2TG Steen. I'd please like a fish sandwich if you could. Maybe a hot one. Or lukewarm. Whatever you have. I'm not picky. Especially now that my appetite is up. Gonna glue this thing in just like this. Guys, if your name was right here, it is now gonna be set in stone into the Scooter Hall of Fame. I'm gonna write some more of your guys' names on here. If you want your name written, I will write it down after I draw Courtney with some sort of taco dolphin, something similar. So things left to do on the scooter. Not much. I have the turn signal brackets that I'm going to weld on there in a little bit. And then I'm going to try and fix this rear fender, this little plastic fender underneath. It's just a little bit bent, so I'm going to stick some rags underneath it on one side, hit it with the heat gun, and just heat it up and try and make it so it just bends back into shape. I got to put a light bulb in this thing, in this jerry can. Put a light bulb in there. I have the rear section right here. This piece is going to be welded onto the fender that I have right here. Glue this up. All right, that's on there. Yeah, I got a little light bulb that put in there for the license plate. Let me see, where's Courtney? She's way over there. So I will draw her from memory as best I can. I remember she has some sort of makeup on. She has lips. I know that. It's probably something like this. If I remember correctly. She has hair and bangs. Sometimes her hair is a bit unruly. But she dries. Let's see, maybe I could put her on like a dolphin body. Renvoke. There we go. It's essentially Courtney with a dolphin body. I wrote her name underneath it. I think it looks pretty good. Not too bad. I'm gonna cut this piece off. I'll let it sit on here for a minute. I'll get the next piece on the top. I have one more piece of foam to use. Let's get this ad. I got one more piece of foam to use. I don't know if it's actually going to be big enough now that I'm looking at the seat. Let me grab it. I'll show you guys. I got this seat, like seat pad from this company Drive. It's like a mobility company for like someone that has back issues or something. But I'm gonna take the foam out of here and see. It says it's like 70% polyurethane foam and 30% gel. So I don't know if it's all one material or if there's, it feels heavy for what it is, for if it's just foam. I know it says foam and gel, but I don't see any gel is what I'm trying to say. There we go. Try it like that. Seems pretty soft. And it's fairly thick. So, and it's multiple layers. It's kind of hard to see, but you can somewhat see it. So there we go. I could possibly take it apart or just cut it and put it like, basically I thought this would be the top layer, and then this would be the one that I could shave down and make look as smooth as possible, or the pretty much the top layer. I should cut this apart and make it into the cover for the jerry can, make it so it has like button snaps, or it could just snap over. Okay. Let me grab this. Let me try and plan this out and see how many more layers I'll get. I think I'll maybe get like one more layer on each. Okay, just got to make sure I kind of plan this out because I'm running low on this foam. All right, Reed Henderson, YouTube 7. Your guys' names are going down in history on Fang's Garage. In the scooter seat. You're about to be glued down for all of eternity. Maybe someday someone will take apart this seat and they'll say, how did they make this? And they'll say, it looks like this is some maybe a yoga mat from I'd say some sort of $5 or below store. And they'll say, what's dollars? I'm gonna say it's kind of like Zerples. And they'll say, what's Zerples? They'll say it's kind of like Glue Bobs. I say, oh, yeah, it'll be hard to explain, but they'll probably understand. Okay, getting it on there. Where'd my scissors go? Scissors are gone. Oh, there they are. Yeah, this thing is surprisingly heavy. It feels like it's like 3 pounds. And it doesn't look like it's 3 pounds. Alright, let me cut off the front of this. Cool. It's going together. Just gonna put a little more glue on here. Peel this up.
This is big. Everything's all your essentials. All the beauty you
All right.
Engineering doesn't start with finished products.
Come on.
It starts with curiosity, experimentation, and the freedom to iterate.
We're going through robots very quickly.
They were about to say, here's the 17 ways that I can use AI to make a robot. Hot dog salad, perhaps, says Dankenstein24. What's up, Rob Mack? Give me back my dog. Rob Mack, I missed you, buddy. How you been? Holly says, hope you're having a good day. I am having a good day. Thank you, Holly. I hope your day is going good as well. Holly says, I can't see Stripe. There he is right there. Sorry, Holly. Yes. What's up, Julie Della Magoria? How you doing, Julie? Kurt Russell was the lead actor, says MJ. Why is it called the Jerry Can? I don't know, MJ. Thanks, King Cujo 420. King Cujo 420 says, that is dope. Gonna glue this together. Just like that. Nice.
I think you're pretty dope, King Cujo 420. What's up, Holly? How you doing? Give me some skin. How about some scale?
You wanted a little skin, Holly. Sorry about that. Let's see. Where's my razor blade at? Glued my razor blade to the floor. Glued my head to the wall earlier today. Luckily, I was able to get out. There it is. There's one of them. I'm going to trim the excess off of here. I was out with my daughter the other day and we saw at the store, I think it was at Five Below. Yeah, it was at Five Below. They had candy caviar. I said, that sounds like a Riff Raff song. And ever since then, every once in a while, my daughter and me will go into a Riff Raff freestyle about candy caviar. And now I regret not getting any. But I was like, this is almost as expensive as real caviar. At least I imagine it is. I don't know what even real caviar is. I think it's like squid eggs or something. Squid intestine. Gluing my beard to the seat a little bit more. Yeah, my electric turkey knife. Electric turkey knife would be nice right now. Probably blast right through this. Probably blast right through this. Close enough. Oops. Nice. Oops. My elbow is kind of pushing on that spot for a while. It'll come undone. But it's starting to look like a seat now. It'll be comfy enough to sit on pretty soon. Okay, so I have this scrap piece, which I can make a couple pieces right here in the middle if I want to cover this up. But I don't want it to be like I want this to basically act like a backrest. I don't want it to be like too swamped with padding, if you know what I mean. Reed Henderson says I'm sick. Oh man, sorry to hear that, Reed Henderson. J3053 says fish eggs. Have you tried it, Jay? Have you tried caviar? Is it good? Jayer. I'm gonna put Jayer on here because you're here, Jayer. Jayer.
Sales Navigator can't help you pretend you know how to play pickleball with your clients.
3053.
Give you insights to help you build better relationships with those clients.
I'm gonna draw some caviar. This is in the egg or in the can form, obviously, and whenever I like to eat stuff like it's fancy, I like to eat stuff that is extremely fancy. And so what I actually am probably going to have to do is, what is this commercial? I'm probably going to go for some anglerfish caviar. What do you guys think? What is this freaking ad? That's not annoying. Just a 75-minute ad. What do you guys think? Anglerfish caviar? I think it's a good idea. Reed, I think you might want to drink 3 times as much water as you normally would, then take some more ibuprofen, say a prayer, and lay down. Chelsea, I couldn't agree more. I think that Reed Henderson needs to say a little prayer and lay down. And when he takes a couple little Z's, he'll be feeling better. Oh, look, my hand is all marked up. That's okay. All right, guys, let me check and see exactly how much more of the foam that I have. Let's see, I got 3 layers on there, 3 layers on there. I guess I'll just keep doing it. I think I got at least 1 more for each. yeah, I'll do that. I'll just keep going with it and this out. So I'm not fighting it. I'm Reed Henderson. So I'm gonna try and finish the scooter, like I said, guys, within the next couple of days. If not, tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll finish it by tomorrow. I have not that much to do. I think the most time-consuming thing is probably going to be the wiring, just because it's all little tiny things. Spray a little glue in here. Not a lot of things. Like I said, I just have to do that fender. I'm still looking for a light, so I'm gonna probably use one of the lights that I have, one of the brake lights that I have, and use that for the under fender light. I'm gonna take care of the turn signals tonight, get those welded on, the brackets for that, and then let's see, I think it's just the wiring and the little floorboards. Just got to finish up the mounts for those. So once that's done, the little gas tank cover, I'll show you guys what I did to that earlier today as well. That's ready to be welded also. That's got a cool little addition for that. Glue this on. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it besides like the throttle cable install. I'm going to clean the carbs, clean the single carb, clean that carburetor out again before putting it back together, just to make sure everything's all good to go. And that way it doesn't give me any surprises when it comes time to starting it. But like I said, guys, I will for sure go live whenever I do finally take it for the maiden voyage. And I will make sure that I try and notify you guys and give you as much of a heads up as possible. So that if anyone wants to watch whenever I go live for the first time riding this thing, you can check it out and you won't miss out. Definitely be a cool moment. And also, guys, I am going to make a full video, in case you're wondering, with a full breakdown of every little bolt, every little nut and bolt that I put on here, every little modification that I did to it. I'm going to go into detail as hard as I can, and just show as much as I can. Because this was it was a pretty lengthy build. In my opinion, as far as all little things, it definitely was a little bit more than I thought it would be, and I bit off a little bit more than I could chew as far as being ambitious with the different little inceptions of projects within a project. Got this lower piece on here. This is glued on. It's getting pretty close. If I had maybe 4 more layers for each, I think it'd be good enough.
Wells Fargo gets the logic and helps them track spending in their mobile
ad.
However you make money.
Chelsea says anglerfish are terrifying and fascinating. I agree, Chelsea. Wish I could sleep. Thanks, Fangs. I'm Reed Henderson. You know what? Yeah, some NyQuil might help. I don't know. I'm feeling better today. Rob? Thanks for asking, Rob. I got the kids a pool today, an inflatable pool. Set that up, chilled outside and laid outside and closed my eyes and almost fell asleep. It was insane. I haven't done that in forever. I just like legitimately almost fell asleep out in the yard. And I said, man, I said I could imagine laying out under just in the middle of nowhere and doing this, and this would be great. All right. Let me glue these pieces on here, and then I'll write some more of you guys' names on here. Some more Legends of the Scooter saga. I'm feeling especially good after smelling this Loctite 300 spray adhesive. Yes, Chelsea, it is a labor of love. You know it. And Gizmo's loving it. He's definitely loving the process. He has been a little bit quiet lately. He's a little bit shy. He actually got in trouble the other day. We bought the garlic bagel chips. He got into them in the middle of the night and ate a bunch of them. So there was like maybe 5 or 6 of them and just some crumbs. And of course that was supposed to be for our game night. We have a big Uno tournament going on. We've been doing it for about 8 years now. Big time Uno players. Uno tournament. And that was part of the snacks. And he was being selfish, so now no garlic bagel chips. What can you do? Should have took a nap. It's widely acceptable in your upper ages and especially in being overworked. Remember, you need you time, and you're not a bad person for saying no more often. Thank you, Rob. You know, Rob, I most of the time have a difficult time saying no to myself. That is a hard problem that I have. A hard problem. That's how I know the Loctite 300 heavy spray adhesive is working. I just said it's a hard problem to be. It's a hard problem to be with your freaking trying to make a scooter. All right, it's feeling pretty soft and squishy, just like a seat should be. Just gonna trim it down. I might have one more for this, but I might want to just put this on here and see how it looks. I don't want to make the seat gigantic either, so I might not even put that piece on there. Oops, sorry, buddy. Let me cut this bottom part off, trim this up. It's getting to the point where I'm gonna need some sort of longer, I guess I could use one of those razor blades I just got from Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. Do they have Harbor Freights in Australia? Harbor Freight down under. I wonder if they have a Harbor Freight down there. I wonder if they have better deals. any of you guys are in Australia, let me know. Or if you've ever been there and you've seen a Harbor Freight there. I'm curious. Are they illegal? Are Harbor Freights legal in Australia? It's a question I've been asking for a long time. Moses, how you doing, buddy? Moses says, we back at it again. Hope you had a nice vacation, bud. Moses, yes, it was some much needed rest and relaxation, buddy. Back at it again. It's funny, I was just saying earlier in the stream, I was like, dude, where's Moses at? Because I'm finally making the seat. Putting some foam together. Getting it done. Cutting it down. Trimming it up. But yeah, finally getting the seat done, Moses. How you been, man? Yeah, guys, if I do have to take a bit of a hiatus, I will definitely let you know ahead of time, but I'm going to try not to because, again, I'm only going live Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I am actually thinking it's going to be better. I think it's going to be, like Rob said, a little bit more suspense. And it'll be a little bit cooler because I'll have time to hopefully get some cool stuff lined up. I think that this is going to be the last time that you guys see me working on the scooter live. This is going to be probably the last time it's worked on live, unless I happen to go live maybe in the daytime, possibly tomorrow. I have talked it over with my wife and I said, hey, I'm going to get the scooter done within the next couple of days. So I'm going to be working on this thing tomorrow. She said, okay. So I'm going to try and hopefully get it done tomorrow. So I might go live while doing that. But that is not for sure. But this is a good chance that this is going to be the last time you guys see me working on this scooter live. And then the next time I go live, I'll probably have this thing done and it'll be time to ride it. So we'll see. It's going to happen this week, guys. Stay tuned. If you have been curious about what this scooter is finally going to turn out like, is it going to look like garbage? Is it going to look like freaking sick? Is it going to be the scooter that you are going to tell your cousin about, and your cousin is going to be like, what do you mean the front fairing is made out of a gas tank? And you'd be like, it's like the windshield, kind of like how a Vespa used to look, you know, with like the little front wind guard thing. It's kind of like that, but it's made with a gas tank. And they'll say, how? Like, it's cut in half. Like, you just have to see it. And then you'll show them. Most likely. That's my guess. So the foam is coming out good. Oh, what's up, Grayson Potter? Grayson Potter, I'm gonna write your name on here, Grayson. I would write Jesus on here, but I don't want to write Jesus' name on here and have someone sit on it. But I'll write your name on here, Grayson. Grayson Potter. Hopefully that's okay with you. Grayson Potter, I totally agree with you. 100%, buddy. Jesus is king.
Save time creating content.
Thank you, Moses. I'm glad that it works for you guys.
Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers.
What's up, Janet McDonald? How you doing, Janet? Janet McDonald. Speaking of McDonald's, I'm loving it, Janet. I'm loving it that you're here. I'm going to draw some Janet McDonald French fries right here. Janet. I'm going to write your name right here, Janet. These are actually McDonald's fries. And that's going to be forever ingrained into the scooter for the rest of the time. I'm going to write it right here. I'm loving it. Don't feed after midnight. Fries I need. Yeah, don't feed McDonald's, exactly. Janet, I will try not to feed Gizmo after midnight.
Hey, Janet, why don't you back off with the feeding advice? All right, Janet. I'm sick of this, Janet. I'll eat McDonald's if I want, Janet.
Sorry, Janet. He can be a little bit aggressive when it comes to the snacks. I don't blame him. I am too. Okay. Moses DeLeon. I'm gonna write your name on here, Moses. Moses DeLeon. ROAS 4265. All right, guys. I wrote your names Moses and Rob. I know it's backwards because it's in selfie mode, but your guys' names are also ingrained into the seat foam. It's going to be forever here. And as the scooter rides around and lives its life, you're going to know that your usernames are on here right now. And it's going to be forever on here. Along with Gizmo, I'll put a little portrait of Gizmo on here. I'll try my best to crudely draw him. He's kind of got like a little, close enough. Got Gizmo on there. He's going to be on here. And I'll just put the Giz on here. Giz will live on. All right, guys, let's see what is left. As far as the foam, there's one more piece. Let me check on this other foam and see what this stuff looks like. I have this other like memory foam. You can see clearly it has memorized the bolt that it was laying on. But I'm wondering if I can pull this apart, maybe? Nah, it feels like, oh, maybe. Because if I can, I'd like to use like just 2 layers of it. What do you think? Can it be stretched out?
I don't know, boss. Maybe not.
We'll try it and see. If I can just get like 2 layers off of it. Oh, thanks, Moses, for that little clapping seal thing. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, Rob. I don't know. Might work. I might just be destroying it. Oh.
Secret. What did you get me? What did you get me for my birthday? Oh, you got me something good. It's secret.
Okay. I see what you've been hiding.
Oh, it's time to look inside there and see what's behind that face.
Oh. I see. It's a good thing I investigated with this. Otherwise, I would have made look like a darn fool. Okay. This might be not usable. Okay, this part's definitely not. I guess I could have carefully cut this apart, but it doesn't really matter now. Okay. There's something in here. Clearly it's like a... Okay. Now I see. It's an actual, like, gel state. There's no way this would have worked. Okay. This is like a sack of liquid. I can feel it. Okay. There's no possible way I could have like cut this and molded it onto the seat. Because I would have glued this onto the seat, cut it, and then gel would have been bleeding out of the side of it. It probably would have been green. And I would have said, what the heck, dude? What is this liquid? Okay, so this is gone. This is no more. This is impossible to use. I will just have to assemble that back into a actual thing and keep it like a regular seat pad and give it to someone and say, sorry, I cut it apart and dissected it live on YouTube. You can check out the videos right there. Okay, break things apart before you rebuild them. Thank you, Chelsea. It's actually what I think I was thinking about that the other day. I said I really like to take things apart and figure out how they work and then try and fix them. My coworker said, he said, I don't work on my motorcycle. I just ride it. I said, I don't ride my motorcycle. I just fix it. I just like to fix things, and then I just leave it, abandon it, and say, all right, I'm done. Okay, I guess I'll use this to put one more layer on here. No point in not using it. Might as well. One more inhale. I know, Chelsea. Good thing I checked it. Good thing I am trying to make sure to double check and take things apart ahead of time. He broke my landscape building thing. What landscape building? Gizmo did? All right. That's glued on. My eyelids are slowly getting glued shut. I haven't been able to open this one for about 45 minutes. So yeah, I don't think there's any more fabrication stuff that is left to do as far as, I think that everything that needs to be welded is going to be pretty much welded today. I think all I need to do is drill a couple holes in the floorboards, and then those will be essentially done. Bolt them together. Well, that kind of throws a wrench in things because I was anticipating having one more layer of foam over the top of the seat to smooth everything out, but I guess that's not going to happen. So that's cool. I should probably try and glue this foam down a little bit, since this is the last piece. And by glue it down, I mean glue down the sides a little. I'm gonna really try and pull this down. I wish I would have maybe got another yoga mat. I think I maybe needed one more. But
snacks may reduce
Oh well.
savings potential.
I didn't realize that
However, you make money work.
that pad, I was kind of relying, I thought that pad was all foam, and then I thought it had like a gel, maybe like just like a gel, like a shoe insole. I didn't realize it was like a gel, like a liquid. I didn't know they could even sell a liquid chair. This is, you're essentially sitting on a waterbed, on the waterbed version of a chair pad. Cut this a little bit. My hands are getting thoroughly glued. It's fun. I feel like Spider-Man. If I ran and grabbed onto the wall, I would for sure hold on to it. If I was freaking on the Titanic, I would have, and she said never let go, I would have never she would have said, okay, I didn't mean it. And I'd say, well, I can't let go. This glue is so strong. It's the freaking Loctite Heavy Duty 300. You said never let go. Now what? You're taking your words back or what? I don't understand. There's plenty of room on this piece of wood. Just kidding, guys. Again, I've never even seen Titanic. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm still gonna have to cut it down anyways. All right, before I just get my hands completely covered in glue, I'm just gonna just cut it. I don't think it's gonna really hold on to the side. I think it's gonna actually come off and probably, yeah, it is gonna come off. It's gonna make a bigger mess. Okay, I'm abandoning ship on that idea. It's not gonna work. Oh my gosh, my hand is completely glued to the razor blade. My hand is, I should have, well, I could have tried to wear gloves, but I can only guess that they would have been ripped to pieces by now from all this glue and everything. I'm gonna have to just cut my losses with this and use some other material, maybe just the fabric, to clean up these edges from where the foam just isn't cut perfectly. Usually I think on upholstery there's like a top layer where it like kind of goes over everything, but I don't have any of that foam. And I don't even know what it's called, and I don't do upholstery. This is literally just me with the limited knowledge that I have trying to do it. I'm like fairly confident that I can do it. But again, I think I normally have a little bit different foam, or at least some more foam. All right. Perfect. Now I can only grab everything. How's the weather? It's pretty good, Lucy. Harvesting now. Are you making bouncy animal rides for kitties in the parks? Yes, harvesting now. I am. It's actually bouncingkittyrides.com if you guys want to check it out. We're actually working on the clown model right here. That's what this guy is here for. We have the Gremlins one coming out because of the upcoming Gremlins 3 movie. But just taking a little more time than we thought it was, guys. Again, those are inflatable toys, so They are safe for children. Sorry, harvesting now. Slim Jim says business wasn't the same in your absence, and in the last 24 hours, they are up 4,000%. I like the sound of that, Lizard King. Make sure you guys snap into a Slim Jim. My dreadlocks are individually sponsored by Slim Jim. This is sponsored by the Dr. Pepper Jack Daniels flavor of Slim Jim. Glad to see you back, Lizard King. Glad to see I'm back. I'm glad to see that I have plenty of foam stuck to my thumb. Completely glued to it. Let me grab another razor blade right here. A new victim. And try and just shave this off a little bit. Show you guys the fabric. And we'll get to it as far as getting the fabric kind of weathered. I think I'll probably have to stop and wash my hands because I can't do anything really with my hands. Is glued. I think I'll have to find my electric carving knife also. It would, again, make this very easy. And it's usually what I use. And I have 2 or 3 of them. But I can never find them. Since I rarely use them. If I don't use the tool very often, it's very hard to find it in the garage. It's in the land of misfit tools. Okay. Nice. You can see from my hand just being right here for a little bit. You got any food? It says Reed Henderson. All I have are some fries. Reed Henderson. Let's see. What do I got for snacks? Maybe some Cheetos. Fang, very funny showing your finger thumb at the screen like that. Go watch that. I need to. Lucy, I can barely feel anything. How much can you make a Darth Vader? How much can you make a Darth Vader one for my grandson? He's 5. Darth Vader. That one's going to be super easy. I'd say it'd probably be anywhere from 10, 20,000, depending on how fast you need it. If you need it by tomorrow, it'll probably be 10. If you need it by next week, 20,000. I have something going on next week. I am an animal. It's okay. Here we go. You ready? Let's see. Yeah? There you go. Did it. Yeah. Hopefully you can't, I know you can't hear me, but I tried writing it backwards. I get bored sometimes to do stuff like that. Great. Harvesting now, 1571. I'm glad you could read that. So let me grab, I'm gonna have to grab I'm gonna have to grab another razor blade. This one's too dull to cut these little tiny frilly pieces. Top. Alright, I'm gonna have to clean my hands off because I can't grab anything. But I might as well throw out a bunch of this stuff while I'm at it. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm gonna go wash my hands for a few minutes. Try and use some of this orange cleaner stuff to hopefully get some of this glue off my hands. Be right back. Let me see if I got a snack for Reed Henderson.
Nitrogen Bob.
This stuff is not going to be easy to come off. I think that's as good as it's going to get. I'm Reed Henderson. I got something to eat. If you can guess what it is, you will become the true Reed Henderson. Thanks, Chelsea. I am at a bubbling spring right now, Lizard King. I was actually making a couple of wishes, wishing for some good stuff to go on with you. What's up, Mo Money? How you doing? Mo Money! I was taking a quick shower, Moses. Had to rinse off my hair. I just let people know Jesus is threshing his floor for harvesting time. It's the wheat and tares time. It says harvesting now. Nice, harvesting now. Yes. Slim Jim, indeed. Reed Henderson was asking if I had anything to eat. I have a muffin. Want some, Gizmo? Oh. I think he likes it. What do you think, buddy? Gizmo's looking a little rough, huh, guys? He's looking a little under the weather. I'm sorry, guys. I have to use this razor blade to cut this glue off my finger real quick. It's like, I think probably the only way I'll be able to actually get it all off there. I know this is very enthralling to watch me try and cut glue off my finger without slicing a chunk of my finger off, but it is necessary in order to get to the next step, which is to freaking touch the fabric. And I don't want to be ruining the fabric by getting sticky stuff all over it. I want to ruin it in a different way. So I'm trying to get some of this, or at least most of it, off real quick. Do you guys know any other way to get glue off? Maybe if I use Goo Gone? What do you think? Goo Gone? Acetone? By Minnesota and Wisconsin and Iowa, supposed to see shower and thunderstorms through tonight into tomorrow. Other areas, dang, you guys are gonna have some freaking thunderstorms up there. You guys better bat down the hatches. Acetone. The only thing is the last of my acetone. I'll try it though. Make sure this is my rag, not one of my good shirts. This is the last of the acetone. I don't even know, what am I supposed to use after this? Nail polish remover to clean the welds. Oh man, that came right off. Okay, acetone for the win. I guess I'm not going to wash my hands anymore. I'll just dip them in acetone and pull it out and it'll strip off the top layer. Okay. John, how many times have you gotten glue on your hands where you just knew that? Freaking coming in from the top rope with the expert knowledge. Thanks, John. Are you going to go to Born Free this year, John? I was hoping to get my Ultima, the Evo chopper, done, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to try my hardest. If not, I might have to ride the Yamaha up there. Man, they weren't lying when they said it strips all this stuff off. It actually pulled off one of my tattoos. I had tattoos on my fingers prior to this. Now I don't. It said Fang Life right across my fingers, finger tats. Now just clean. Nice. And it smells good. Woo. It's refreshing. Okay. Thank you, John. I got about 99% off of there. Just enough so I can... Feels like I could just catch a football real good now. Just a little bit tacky. Feels like my hands are just about ready to be glued together. Or glued to some kind of object. If you're using the Loctite 300 heavy spray adhesive and your hands feel about as tacky as mine feel right now, go ahead and glue them to something. If you want to glue them to your hands together like this, let somebody know, like, how you doing, buddy? That's when you're gonna do it. You're going? Moses, you're going to Born Free? Nice. John, you got an XS650? I have a XS650 as well. It's a technically it's a XS 750. It's rephased, and I think it has the, pretty sure it has the electronic ignition. I think it would have to have the electronic ignition if it was rephased. But it has like a bunch of upgrades on it. It's just the engine though. I had a whole frame that I was putting together, and I basically was just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. It's going to take too long. So I gave it to my buddy, or I traded him the money for a different bike. So this is the fabric that I'm going to be using right here, right? I'm going to use this for the seat. But I'm not just going to use this because this would stand out, obviously, like a sore thumb. I'm going to use this other fabric that I got from Walmart today. It was, let's see, $8.53 for one piece. And check this out. This is like some, it looks like woven fabric. Like this, when it's dirty, is gonna look perfect. Oh, nice. Shadow bobber. Sporty chopped up. Oh, nice, John. This is the Evo chopper that I wanted to take up there. The Ultima. But I don't think I'll be able to get that done in time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over the foam, and then I'm going to put this over. Put them up on this little bed right here. I'm going to put this over this, and I'm going to like rip some holes in it so that this part will just be peeking out underneath it in some spots. It'll just be like, look like it's a layer underneath it. And that way, and I'm also going to put dirt all over this, so it looks, they both look all weathered, so it looks like he just pulled this out of like a bush somewhere or something. Like it's not like going to look all brand new and nice like this. So let's go get some dirt and bring it in here and give it a little bath. Let me get a little container for the dirt. That way I can kind of like, let me see, I think I got a bucket outside actually. I'll grab that, and then well, I'll just throw it all in there. All right, guys, give me 1 minute. Let me go grab the bucket and stuff. I'll leave you guys here. Actually, I'll bring you out here and show you what I got recently. New project. Do you think he could pass as just like a old lady walking down the street and you wouldn't know? Or a baby? Let's see if he could maybe pass if I just was walking, holding him like this. If anyone would even know if it was a baby or not. Probably not. They'd probably just not even suspect it. And they're pretty big.
Baby wants some milk. Mama, mama. You're not my mama.
Probably not. Probably wouldn't pass, huh?
No, probably not. I think probably people would suspect something with the ears. Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure people would know what was going on. I don't think you're fooling anyone with this standing off a camera bit. Whenever I'm talking. You think you're fooling anybody? You really think anyone's falling for that? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is. I never did. But that's not the point. The point is, we have to go get some dirt. In order to get some dirt, we have to go get a bucket. Let me make sure I have enough battery life. Yeah, we're good. Let's go. I don't know what Courtney's been doing over here this whole time. Oh. Oops. Snap out of it, Courtney. All right, let's go get some dirt. See, is the flash on? All right. Let's go with the bucket, get some dirt. Secret mission, Fang's garage.
I have to stay quiet. Ninja. No project. That's the Rebel 250 project.
Check out the trike. This is a trike project.
What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Oh crap. I forgot we need to get dirt. Let's go get some dirt. if you're following along, be careful. I'm not wearing gloves, but I should be. Right there, right there. See that? Right there. I got it. Got a couple in there. A couple good ones. Guys, again, this is a very dangerous thing to be doing. So just be very careful. Oh no, that's not one. Something bit me. No. Alright, I think that's good. That's pretty good. Okay. Yes, it is. It is very dangerous, guys. If you're going to be doing something like that, make sure to bring help. Don't go by yourself. If you're collecting dirt, the way I was just collecting all this dirt, you can see it is very treacherous sometimes. There's stuff that can possibly get you. Stuff like this. I mean, if you're not careful, you could be reaching for a thing of dirt, accidentally grasp this. If your hands don't look like this, then you might not be prepared to do that, but mine were. So let's grab this material right here, this fabric. Let me get this thing fixed. Turn the flash off. Fire ants! YouTube 7, how'd you know? I just fired all those ants. They were supposed to be keeping guard on the outside of the perimeter of the facilities. I said, you guys are freaking fired, dude. I snuck right up on you. You had no idea I was there. I said, you guys are all fired. I don't care if you're ants. You're fired. I can feel one crawling on my ear, actually. Okay. Now, for the fun part. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll lay you down here, buddy. Put you right here. Put your little buddy right here. Your cousin. Alright guys, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Harbor Freight bucket and the fabric that I just got, and I'm going to just give you a little demo of what it'll do in there. Okay, I'm just pouring some of this dirt on here. Rub it all up in there, just like so. And just like that, it's slightly more dirty. Now, if you want to reverse this process, you can go ahead and wash the item. But for now, I want to keep making it look dirty and nasty. I want it to look like it's been rummaging around, rolling around inside the desert. So what I'm going to do is, I have it right here. I'm just going to freaking get all this dirt and stuff and get it all up all over it and get it all nice and filthy. And I'm going to keep these twigs and stuff in here, make it more realistic in case anything gets kind of stuck in the fabric. Keep it in there. I'm going to step on this thing a few times just to make it kind of freaking more abused. Nobody likes you anyways.
You know that? You were just sitting there and no one even wanted to buy you until I came along. I'm going to make it even more abused. I'm going to make it just as patinaed as I possibly can. I'm going to make it really roughed up. I had to make sure I talk crap to it and really kind of just make it kind of more beat up and nasty. I might have to freaking drag it behind my motorcycle for a few miles and really kind of tatter it up. Let me get this freaking piece of wood. Just give it a... If you guys are following along, just go ahead and use this. Use your piece of 2x4 that you've drilled hundreds of holes in as a little stirring stick and just kind of freaking give it the real treatment. You don't want this thing thinking that it has any other chance besides just becoming a scooter seat. Okay? Now, at this point, it should look something like that. That's what you want it to look like, okay? Now, when you take it out, you can just go ahead and get some of the stuff off there because I'm going to do this again. But for now, I just want to look at it. Kind of rough it up a little bit more. Okay, now it's starting to look like a little piece of desert fabric, right? It's starting to look a little bit more roughed up, and it's going to look even more roughed up whenever I'm going to throw some paint on it or something. Let's see. Or something, some more color I could add to it. How about some rust? I have some 1977 CB750 rust that I could rub into it. Give it a nice little dark stain on there. Really rub that in. That's in there now. Look at that. Nice little stain. Ah, clean now. Let me see. Let me grab some coffee. I'll grab some coffee grounds. It'd be nice if I had like a vibrator tumbler or something right now. It'd be sweet. You got some coffee. Oh, perfect. Oh. Come on. One more. Grab some Great Value. Great Value brand. Should I make a little bit of coffee real quick, guys? I think I should. Give me 1 second. I'll make a little Fangs Garage at-home concoction. Brought to you by Yogurt Water. It's just the water from the top. I have right here a little sack of coffee grounds, some water. I'm gonna pour a little bit in there and see if I can't brew myself a little cup of coffee on top of the fabric here. Oh, good. When it's wet, it should pick up even more of it, huh? Didn't think about that. And I also ripped the filter. This is a good thing, guys. If you're following along, make sure that you leave the actual coffee grounds that you want to get wet, dry, and then get the stuff wet right here. That's all over your hand. Okay, that's the goal. Squeeze it, repeat, squeeze, repeat, squeeze, repeat. It's that simple, guys. Pour a little bit of water into your hand. If you want, you can go ahead and take a sip. I'm a little bit more awake. Okay. I can feel the energy surging through me. The coffee grounds they appear to be working. Starting to look a little grimier. How's that for a nice little stain on there? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's try this. Let's make a giant cup of coffee, shall we? Can you guys see what I'm doing? I threw this on the bucket right here. And let me try and hold it like this so you guys can see. I'll go ahead and sprinkle some more of this on here. Just like that. Delish. This is the coffee filter. And this is the coffee right here. Or the water. There we go. And it should just leak the water through there. And make it into a nice big old paste. This thing's gonna be a whole different shade by the time I'm done. All right, now this will definitely get the soap off of your hands. If you have soap stuck on your hands, or the disgusting scent of soap, or if you have glue stuck on your hands, this might not help, but it'll definitely smell better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub this in. Again, guys, we're going to do circular motion, rub it in. Don't be afraid of the coffee grounds. They're not going to bite. They're only going to help. Let's go ahead and get this whole thing just, if you need to wipe your hands off on something, wipe it off on the fabric. That's the whole point. Wayne, I am making a scooter seat, and I'm making it like a Mad Max bike. So I'm trying to make it like really beat up and dirty and stained, and that's what happened here. This unfortunately is just coffee grounds, so it's not like the realest stain ever, but should be working. I think it'll work. I don't see why it won't work. I'm gonna take this right here. Just keep rubbing it in. Just rub the filter right into the fabric. Should have just started with coffee grounds, because the dirt, I mean, that wild dirt that I had to catch, almost lost my finger doing that. Okay. Now, this is starting to look pretty good. Starting to look pretty gritty. Got to keep in mind there's a backside to it also. I'm going to roll it in dirt. And what I'm going to do is use a little water. Throw a little water in here. Make a little concrete out of it. Get a bottle of water in there. How about that? Maybe I'll put a little red Loctite in there. Probably not. Alright guys, we're making a nice little mud. Just go ahead and continue coating this thing. If you want to preheat the oven, it's going to be at 485 degrees. And if you feel like preheating it, if you don't have to, I mean, you can throw it straight in the oven, 485. It's going to come out good either way. As long as your hands have touched it, it's going to come out good. As long as you put your beautiful hands on it, I'm sure it's going to come out great looking. Continue mixing, guys. Don't be afraid to put your hands in there. If any small animals have been trapped in there, they'll probably have gotten out by now. I'm going to take it out. Starting to look pretty cool. Like, you can really see the fabric in there. Or the pattern, I mean. I'm going to take it out. Get some of the dirt all over the scooter. And everyone, all the cast members. Probably what I'll do is I'll probably hose this thing down so it gets whatever top layers of dirt off of it and soaks it in. And then I'll do some other stuff to it, try and beat it up some more, and really wear it down. The mud is doing its thing. Take it out, see how it looks. It's a good thing I didn't sweep before doing this. Otherwise, I would have really been kicking myself. It's starting to look like my denim jacket. This is probably about the amount of dirt that's saturated in its fibers at the moment. Nice, this thing's starting to look pretty savage, huh? Look at this. It's starting to look like a freaking little torn up garment. There's dirt everywhere. All the frayed pieces. This all looks cool. I'm gonna throw some more water in here and make it a little bit easier on myself. I should probably throw some, I should put vinegar in there. Bet you'd make it really fast. Probably eat through the fabric. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me get some more water. All right, let's get a little more mud in there and get this other fabric in there too. Got to make this nice and dirty as well. Gotta get my mud made. Get my mud made. Sorry guys, I haven't been reading your comments. Trap House back on the scene, crispy clean. This is Black Cat Seminary. What's up? Yes, I have lost my mind, Moses. You know me, Moses. I've lost it. I just poured water all over Tom. I don't even know what happens if you get a gremlin wet. What do you guys think? You tell me. He likes it. He likes to play in the water feature. SeaWorld. That's what we were doing the other day. Jesse, respectfully, maybe you just don't appreciate or understand the aesthetic. Okay, not trolling, but WTF, seriously, explain why. Jesse, so basically, this fabric that I have, it looks like I just bought it from Walmart. So, I'm like, okay, this little scooter I've been working on, it doesn't look like I bought it from Walmart. It looks like, or at least I'm trying to make it look like, it just rolled out of a scene from Mad Max. Okay, that's why the mud is here. If you were in the Mad Max post-apocalyptic type of situation, you wouldn't have a Walmart to go to. You definitely wouldn't have a Walmart that sells this fabric. And if they did have the Walmart, the lady wouldn't be working there. Let me click off this ad real quick.
You're going to choose this second.
The lady wouldn't be working there, I don't think. If she was still working there, and it was a apocalyptic type Mad Max situation, then I would say, like, hey, could I get a yard of that fabric? And she would pull out a double barrel shotgun and say, give me all that water. And I'll say, I need this water. I need the water for my freaking project, lady. And she said, give me that water. And I say, I need it to make mud. And she'd say, mud for what? And I'd say, for this fabric. And she'd say, well, what are you making? And I'd say, I'm making a seat for a scooter, and I don't want it to look brand new. I want it to look old and used. I want it to look like it just rolled out of a scene that we're in right now. And then that's when I would grab the shotgun from her, and I'll say, give me the fabric now. And then Gizmo would have a little knife in his hand. Okay? So that's the point. We would have the fabric, And I'd say, now we're talking. I'd say, this looks like it was found under a bush. Like, I found this laying under a bush somewhere. And I was like, I don't care. We need to freaking get out of this situation. And we need to get back to freaking our home base camp where all of our water and freaking kid cuisines are stored. Those things are shelf stable. And I'll say, we need to freaking use this fabric and make a seat. And then Gizmo would point out this old curtain material that was laying around. And I'll say, that's perfect, grab that. And I'll say, throw that in there. And I'll say, okay, freaking, if you're following along, grab your Harbor Freight bucket that's filled up with mud and small animals and put your other fabric in there. And let it start getting acquainted with the style of it being dirty. Sorry, Jesse, I know that was a long-winded explanation, but I tried. Oh man, that's way up there. It'll take me a while, but you might as well send it again, Lucy. By the time I see it, the stream will be over. Reed Henderson. What's up, Reed Henderson? I get that part, but what are you making movie props? No, Jesse, not making movie props. These are the some of the cast and crew here at Fang's Garage. They're just hanging out here in the garage as I work on stuff, monitoring me, making sure that I'm doing everything correctly. I'm not an expert in anything, Jesse, in case you're curious.
Yeah, that's for sure. He's no expert. Jesse, if you are following along, I hope you're okay with messing up whatever you're working on.
Yeah, Jesse, these are just some of the guys hanging out. We're just chilling, Jesse. By all means, stop on by. We have banana bread cooking. We have the freaking yogurt water all cooled off, ready to go. It's actually served our best room temp, but your choice. But yeah, Jesse, I'm working on this scooter right here. And this part right here that you're seeing is a Mad Max looking scooter. And been working on it for about 4 or 5 months. Just about done. Jesse, the last parts are being made right before your very eyes. I am rumbling this stuff around in the mud, making it look extra dirty, making it look anything but new. Because Jesse, like I said, there's no Walmart where this scooter looks like it rolled out of. I basically want the scooter to look like it rolled out of the desert and it's made out of some parts that were found laying around. And that's why I have to make this fabric match that whole aesthetic, if that's the right term. Add a little more water. Hopefully it'll soak up some more of the dirt. Maybe I'll add some more different things in there, like some oil or something, or some sort of something to stain it. If you are following along, this should be the consistency of the mud. This should be about approximately how short your fingernail should be if you're going to be doing this type of activity. And this is what the fabric should be looking like right now. It's looking pretty dirty and it smells good. It smells like coffee and dirt. Kind of smells like what I expect my second half of my life will smell like, coffee and dirt. Bury me with my used coffee grounds. I've been saving them. If I could throw this into the washing machine, I would. But it would be counterintuitive, or counterproductive, I mean. Not counterintuitive, because I intuitively said throw it in the washing machine. And just don't turn on the water. Turn on the dirt. Turn on the dirt feature. Are we talking UFOs now? Hold on, I see someone said UFOs. I can't read it. They're real. A lot of things exist. I've seen elf in my grandma's house in Mexico is a normal thing to see. Elves, UFOs, ghosts. Cool. God loves you, bro. The world will hate itself. Set yourself apart and seek his face. It says Aztec. I like that, Aztec. Seek first the kingdom of God, Aztec. Remember that, dude. Aztec. Seek first the kingdom of God, and everything else will be added. Isn't that what it says? I like that, Aztec. All right, guys. It's starting to look pretty good. I'll add a little bit more water to it. Last bit of the water. Fang's supposed to be at least 70 tomorrow. 70 degrees Monday to warm for April in northern Minnesota. Nice. Not too bad. 70 degrees. That's a freaking beach day. Fang's supposed to be at least 70. Oh, saw that. And you will see. What do you got going on tonight, Fang? Says Rick Edwards. Rick Edwards doing a little mixology. Doing a little patina work. Making these fabrics look old and beat up and nasty as always, Rick. You know how I be. This thing is looking good. Let me pull it out real quick, Rick. Quick, Rick. Quick, Rick. I'm on the quick, Rick. Quick, Rick. Check it out, Rick. Look at this beautiful piece of art. This thing is stained from the earth. I mean, how often does someone put dirt into their motorcycle build? Hardly, pretty much every time, because they're using metal. So that's like minerals, but still, I mean, this is totally raw. I mean, if you want to talk about raw, this thing is raw and freaking real, dude. Real raw earth. I mean, whatever that fart was, whatever I ate that produced that fart, that was real and raw as well. I think it's some sort of raw animal product or something. What do you think, Rick? Does it look old and used? Does it look beat up? Does it look like it was out in the desert rolling around? I should just leave it outside overnight. And freaking let the elements get to it. Let some bugs lay their eggs all up in it. What do you think, Rick? I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks used enough. I'm going to throw it on the floor and just step on it some more. What do you think, Rick? Wipe my hands off. Cool. Now I have like something to wipe my feet off on. And also I get something done. I'm like multitasking on 15 different levels, guys. I'm like making a seat. I'm wiping off my feet. I am getting a nice little patina on here. Let me move the camera so you guys can see. Oh man, good. I was hoping I'd hear this commercial. I was wondering what this medication was called, but now I know it's called Skyrizi. Now I'm back in the picture, guys. Thanks to Skyrizi, I can make stuff like this. I was in remission until I took Skyrizi and made this. Visibly repair damage of fabrics that you bought at Walmart for $9. I don't want to visibly repair it. I want to visibly destroy it. What do you guys think? How does it look? Does it look old now? How do I look? Do I look beautiful? I think it looks good. I think my head is dirty now. I think if I have 15 pimples on the top of my head tomorrow, I think I'll regret that decision. Maybe I won't. But for now, I'll throw this on the floor. wipe off my head onto it, get all the dirt back off of my head onto the project. Scrape this thing around a little bit more. What is this commercial? I should probably put this like, I don't know, this is going to take a while to get this whole thing dirty. I should just take it out in the yard and freaking stomp all over it. Sorry, let me skip this ad real quick, guys. I thought it was another Skyrizi ad, but apparently not.
Its whole progression.
Rick Edwards, what are you going to be making with that old used material? Good question, Rick. Show you right now. This is the seat. This is got the foam on there. And what I'm going to do, Rick, do something like this. Give you guys a little demo. Once I get this all dirty, and then probably going like this. So this is going to go on like this, Rick, something like this. Okay. And it's going to be probably not glued. I think it'll probably be sewn to this. This is going to go over it. Like this. And you can see I'm only going to need like this much for the seat. So obviously these stains are going to be like way more, that's why I want to wash it. So the dirt and stuff will go into the fabric and it'll be like one with the fabric. It'll be stained permanently, basically. But the seat is basically going to look like something like this. And it's going to be like it's going to look almost rusty, like worn out. It's going to look just like an old piece of fabric that was rummaged through, found out in the freaking underneath the tumbleweed. So it's going to be like that, something like that. And actually this will be nice for the sides and everything. You can see it'll be fairly easy to stretch over it, right? And in some of these spots I'm going to rip some holes in this so that you will see this other material, this bluish material underneath it poking out from this material. So it'll just look like it was two different pieces sewn together. It'll look like this just patched up. That's what I want the whole bike to kind of look like. If you guys have any cool names for the bike, any ideas, let me know. Again, the new live schedule is going to be Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. I'm going live, and new video every Friday. So the plan is, guys, I'm gonna have to wear these things out a little bit more. I'm gonna get this scooter finished within the next couple of days. I'm gonna try and get it done tomorrow. Let me show you what's going on with this. Thanks, Rick. Oblivious. Sorry, Oblivious. No worries, Oblivious. If you do want to check this out, this is what I've been working on recently, Oblivious. This little part right here, these pieces aren't needed anymore. Okay, just ignore that tape. Okay, so this piece is pretty much done with the exception of this little cover. I have this little helmet looking piece. You can see right here, these hoses come out. I'm going to weld this onto this piece. That's why it's cleaned off, just like that. So it kind of just pokes out, and it just is a nice little cover for it. That way Andres doesn't accidentally like kick this thing. But it'll just be a cool little piece just like that, and it'll just have a little cool little bubble to block it. And this is for the gas, obviously. I made some little mounts for this. That little part's gonna fall out there. So I cut out this one right here so that the wire for this is for the fuel gauge. It's going to go right out the front right here. And I bent these little tabs. I'm gonna have to modify them a little bit more, but you can see they kind of fit. You can see I have to cut out this hole. This hole is already existing. I'm just going to transfer it over like this, but I made it contoured to kind of go around the gas tank right there. This is going to be welded on to this part right here, this little grill. And I have another tab right there. There's 4 existing M6 by 1.0 bolts. So I'm going to use those existing points and just basically weld on these tabs onto here. Another tab right here. So it'll have 4 tabs. It'll bolt on and just sandwich on over top of the gas tank. And this will be a little gas tank cover. And then this is what the floorboards look like. Still has some real life patina on it. Has some dirt on there. This is just a stock Harley floorboard. This is probably an old one, but you can see it's a little bit bent and stuff. I'll have to fix it. But basically, I have these 2 right here, and these are going to go on just like this, just like that. It's kind of hard to see, but it'll be something like this. And this is just some different stamped stainless steel panels that I just painted black, threw some dirt on it, scraped it up, made it look, you know, beat up. This, the underside still looks brand new. This is just what it looks like. So yeah, I'm going to drill some holes in here. I'm going to use these existing holes and drill holes in this plate right here. Boom, 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 boom. Put some bolts through there, bolt it down, and that will hold, or that'll have a little bit more traction if I put a little, I might put a little hexagonal bolts on there. This is what the mirrors look like. Check it out, guys. Looks nice and weathered, right? The hardware is rusted a little bit. This looks nice and beat up. This looks a little bit beat up. This looks a little bit beat up. Only thing that doesn't look beat up is the actual face of the mirror. And I scraped it up a little bit with some sandpaper, so kind of matches. Got the new throttle cable that is the right one. I made sure I double checked. That's coming in tomorrow. Just gotta button some things up, guys. I have this to take care of. Everything's all covered in dirt now, but I made some little brackets. It's these ones, these 2 right here. These brackets, these are going to be welded right here, just like this. And this hole in the bottom is for the turn signals. The turn signals are going to poke out right here. I looked at it, it looked pretty good. So that'll be on the docket for tomorrow. I was thinking about maybe using this brake light underneath the fender and putting some sort of perforated steel around it, but I'm not sure about that. So yeah, basically just got to button everything up, guys. The last couple of things are pretty much going to be done tomorrow. Like I said, a lot of it is just the wiring. I have dirt all over my head now from that seat fabric. So yeah, it's going to be just a lot of wiring. Let me grab the list real quick and tell you guys, because for good reason, this is the last time that you guys are going to see this scooter live, most likely. Until it's done. Next time you guys see it live, it'll probably be done, most likely. I'm hoping. This is the original list. This is going to go with the scooter.
This is big. Everything's on.
And there's something I can cross off on here.
Oh, you're a son.
Cross it off now. Couple of things. Because there's a couple of things that I'm not going to do anymore. Don't need mud flaps anymore. That was taken care of. With a little piece of trim. For this turn signal. In case you guys are curious. That's what it looks like. There's a little gap right there, but whatever. Considering that was like the last of the last piece of trim, I was like, that'll work. Got that. So that is done. Jerry can light inside. Done. Rubber gasket for the turn signal. That's done. The speedometer is done. The headlight is done. The grips, not done. Wiring, not done. The grips, that'll probably take 20 minutes. The wiring is going to take the longest. That is going to take quite a long time. That'll take at least 5 hours. This is the scooter final list that I made the other day. The mirrors are done. I don't have the other one installed yet because there's no point in it smacking the back of the clown head here. So basically the only things left: floorboard, the rear fender, and support. Those two are pretty close to being done. The rear fender support is that piece of metal that's curved. I just need to adjust the radius a little bit, so I'm going to take the torch and bend it a little bit. And then just to match the fender. And then I'm kind of waiting on the fender light to figure out if I'm going to attach a bracket or something to that actual bracket. So anyways, these two go together. The floorboards, those are done, besides those 4 little holes that I have to drill. The rear turn signals, that is done, besides just some welding that I can do. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take care of that tonight because it's already past midnight. And the seat, it's pretty close, guys. The seat is going to be super simple, I believe, to put together. I don't even think I'll need to sew anything. I think I could just stretch it all and make it all work. I have the rivets, I have all the materials, I have everything to finish the scooter. All I need is the time. Guys, this has been fun working on this scooter live. There is a very slim chance I will go live tomorrow working on this because I need to focus in and make sure I can get it done this week. The deadline is I'm going to deliver it by next week for sure. So, got to get it done. This is probably me the last time that I go live while working on it. The new live schedule is going live every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 9:30. And new videos will be out every Friday. And there's some new things that are cooking up. And I'm not just talking about the projects, guys. There are new things that I have had my eye on. Okay. Just a couple new things that I've been peeping. New ideas floating around the old noggin. Also, it'll be the next time you guys see this scooter, it'll be done. It'll be complete. It will be finito. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. It's just a bunch of little things that need to be done. Everything is pretty much, for the most part, all fabricated. It's all good to go.
Yeah, you keep saying that. You keep saying it's gonna take like 2 more weeks.
Check them off the list right on. I want to see it done. Yeah, I want to see it done as well. I saw some movement on top of the doll head that is against the wall. Huh.
Here's the more.
Well, I'm gonna have to check that out. It's very possible there's a critter inside here.
Yeah, maybe a few.
Thanks, Lucy. Thanks for stopping by, MJ. Lucy, thanks for stopping by. See you later, Chelsea. See you, Reed Henderson.
Thanks for being here, Reed Henderson. You're the real MVP, Reed.
Guys, thanks for stopping by. The scooter's going to be done soon. And when it is done, I'm going to go live. I'm going to go ride it around. I'm going to make a long form video of the whole scooter.
All the ins, all the outs, all the ups and the downs. Everything in between, right, Courtney?
Yeah, that's right. It's about time I spoke up. I'm sick of this scooter. I want it to be done.
Yeah, I think she wants to go riding on it.
Guys, we got to go get some snacks. We got to go get our ride on. I'm actually going to go get my second job. I do Lyft at night. I have excellent nighttime vision.
That's right, boss. We love going out at night. Let's go get some tacos from Jack in the Box on the way to work.
All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. See you later, Chelsea. YouTube 7, Moses, Stars Elites, Reed Henderson. I'll see you guys on the next one. Rick Edwards.
See you later, Rick.
Don't get too weird without us, guys. When I see
The scooter will be done. It's on now.